Greetings, my saplings. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different than I usually do. This video is going to be made upon the request of a lot of you guys. Essentially, in today's video, we'll be going over how to sell your sneakers. First, we'll go over how to sell your sneakers for the most money. Then we'll go over how to sell them the safest. And of course, at the end, how to sell them the fastest, where you can essentially just sell them overnight or even in 5 minutes. We're going to be going through everything step by step. I'm going to break it down super easy for all you guys so you can get started right away if you want to sell your sneakers. Alright, so to kick it off for the most money, I think one thing's very obvious that I need to just put out there. Don't be afraid, guys, to just go up to people at your local gym or at your local school and ask them to buy in person, because always, guys, cash is king. If you could avoid any fees whatsoever, definitely do that, but I understand sometimes it's not as easy as it sounds. Not a lot of buyers, too many people lowballing you, so here's my main thing. This is where I always get the most money. This is where I think you can get the most money as well. My friends, this is Facebook groups. Now, I have a lot of you guys in the comments asking me constantly, which Facebook groups do you join, Keith? Like, give me a list of Facebook groups. Here's the magical thing about it, guys. There are no specific groups that you should join. You should join every single group you possibly can. Just keep on type in sneakers up there, and then just scroll through all of them, try to join as many as possible. And after you sell your shoes, because they are going to kind of crowd up your feed, you could just exit out of those groups. It's very simple. And if you're saying, Keith, this is ridiculous, you expect me to list a shoe for sale inside of 30 groups? That's so tedious. It's going to take forever. Well, actually, we'll get into this a little later, but there's an option where you can add it to multiple places, and you don't just have to do it one by one, copying and pasting stuff. No, it's very easy. All you got to do is set it up in one group, and then you just add it to all the others. It's spectacular. But you might be asking me, Keith, why are Facebook groups so special? Like, what makes Facebook different from any other website that you could sell on, which is actually made for selling sneakers? Well, when it comes to Facebook, there's no middleman. It's just you. Unless you were to join a group where there has to be a middleman. For that, I would not recommend, because of course they are going to take a cut. And for this portion of the video, we're talking about how to get the most money. So if you want the most money, you're going to be doing the transactions yourself through PayPal. Don't worry, guys. I know you might be a little scared by that. I'm going to walk you through it step by step. So it's a piece of cake. So easy, your grandma could do it. So easy that Uncle Gary... gotta get Uncle Gary out of my head. I got some vivid memories. Uncle Gary. Anyway, back to what I was saying. In comparison to other sites, Facebook has no middleman fee. It's only that 3% PayPal fee for the invoice, in comparison to some other sites which have that 3% fee when you transfer your money from the site to PayPal, in addition to their middleman fee, which is usually around 10 to 20%. Now, when you're doing it on your own, you get to save that money. Say you sell a shoe for $1,000, you could be saving as much as $100. You know what you could get with $100? You could get 10 Chipotle meals. Isn't that fantastic? Anyway, it's not all fun and games like I'm making it seem. There's a lot of scammers, especially in the Facebook community, and you have to watch out for them. It's not quite easy spotting or pinpointing scammers. Sometimes it's kind of difficult. Sometimes they seem like legitimate accounts. They have a decent following, and hey, you do a deal with them and you end up getting scammed, and it sucks. But I'm going to be telling you guys how to avoid these things, how to prevent yourself from getting scammed. I'm going to give you guys 3 tactics. First of all, when you do it through PayPal, even when you're selling, because guys, of course, there's scammers when you're buying, but when you're selling, believe me, there are always going to be scammers. Here's what you got to do. You always have to use PayPal's option for invoice. You are the one who has to send the invoice to someone else. There are people who send out fake emails to you. It makes it look like it's coming from PayPal, but when you put your mouse over their name, it says some random account like help 901-72345, which is just it's obviously like a fake account, and they copy and paste this random thing that makes it look like it's coming from PayPal. You will think that you are getting $200 from this person, when in reality, it's just an email that they fake. So you are the one who always has to create the invoice and send it to them. Now, tactic number 2. This is something you have to watch out for, and a fellow YouTuber in this sneaker community actually got scammed this way. He made a whole video on it. Basically, you never ship to someone's address, no matter what in the world they say. If they try to give you another address that is not on their PayPal, do not ship to it, because what they'll claim that they never got the shoe, you shipped it to the wrong address, and no matter how much proof you have, no matter if you have all the messages, or even if you have a voice recording of the person telling you to do this, it doesn't matter. PayPal, they don't care, because you didn't ship to the address on the PayPal, which are the instructions to do. All you gotta do is click on the person who you're sending the invoice to. It will show all their personal information that is required for shipping, for instance, like their address, their name, etc. And it's very simple, just don't ship to any other address. Finally, the third tactic, when it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. In fact, it's 99% of the time not true when it's too good to be true. So guys, whenever something seems a little fishy, if it seems way too good to be true, although it might be tempting, you might be thinking, oh, this is perfect, it's very easy, you could just get away with this money, and who knows, you end up cashing out. That's very possible that you do that, but it's more than likely that somehow they're gonna scam you. Now, I said I was giving you 3 tactics, but this one's a bonus. This is something that I have been implementing, something that I've been doing. I don't think anyone else does this, but guys, it's something I definitely recommend. Keep this a little secret in between our sneaker community, because you wouldn't want word getting out about this. But basically, whenever you sell a shoe, most shoes have removable insoles. What I want you guys to do is put a slip of paper in there, very small, maybe like the size of your fingernail or something like that. All you gotta do is write your name on it, slip it under the insole, no one would ever notice it. But if they happen to do a certain scam where they claim that you sent them a fake, even though you sent them a real shoe, and they ship you back the fake shoe, because a lot of scammers do this, all you would have to do is provide some evidence that that is not the shoe you sent and they sent you the wrong pair. Now, of course, you would have to prove that you actually slipped a piece of paper inside the insole. So I know this sounds really excessive, guys. It sounds kind of stupid, actually, out of context. But honestly, guys, take a video of yourself doing it to those shoes. Then take a video of yourself boxing up the shoes, like all in one thing, just in case you do find yourself in a pickle. Hey, this might be the thing that saved you. I don't know. I've never been scammed this way. No one has ever tried, but it's just an extra layer of precaution that, you know, it doesn't hurt to try, especially when it's a very expensive shoe, like $1,000 shoe or $2,000 shoe. Of course, it's up to you guys. It's a little excessive. You don't have to if you don't want to. So now, getting all the scammers out of the way, I'm sorry that was a lot, but I want you guys to be 100% safe. But now we're going to go through it step by step, how to sell on Facebook. So step 1, all you got to do is go to any group and click sell something. Then step 2, fill in all the required info, you know, like the size, the condition, put in tagged pics, etc., all that good stuff. Then you click on next. Once you click next, you will see an option to post it to multiple places. This is what I was mentioning previously. You select it to all the sneaker groups you have joined, post them in all of them, and hey guys, that just saved you a ton of time. Now your post will get tons of exposure. Now step 4, all you got to do here is just answer comments and PM people. Step 5, now you just got to do the negotiating process. It's as simple as that, guys. Just a quick tip when negotiating, don't ever start off with the price that you're actually looking for, because no one wants to hear that you're firm. You want to be able to go down just a little bit, so always start off a little higher than usual and work your way down. Let them feel like they're winning. Always make sure that the person buying feels a little smarter than you do. Now, step 6, all you gotta do here, go into PayPal, click on My PayPal or whatever, then you gotta go to Request Money, click on the option that says Create an Invoice. All you gotta do here is fill in what the item is, fill in the price, fill in the email address of the person you're sending the invoice to, and all you gotta do is wait for them to pay. Now, if you're a new seller, you will notice that your payment is pending. This is very common for people who are just getting new to PayPal. PayPal, you have to kind of build up a trust with them, and after you've made a certain amount of sales, you don't have your money pending anymore. It will just go straight to your PayPal account and you're able to spend it right away. Alright, so that was how you make the most money selling shoes. But now, moving on to the safest way to sell shoes. The 100% safest way where essentially nothing could go wrong. So basically, it is very simple. You're not going to be doing any work. All you got to do is drop the shoe off at a local consignment shop. Where do you find one of these? Well, my friends, go on to google.com, search up local consignment sneaker shop, and then you just allow it to use your location. You might have to drive 20 minutes or so. Sometimes they charge a flat fee, which is great for really expensive shoes, like a shoe that's $1,000. If they only charge a $20 flat fee, that's spectacular. Most of them actually charge a fee like 20% or 10%. That's what's more common. So that is going to be the safest way to sell shoes. And if you're wondering why I'm not mentioning StockX and Go, it's because, look, 99% of the time on StockX, everything goes through fine. I've never never had any problems personally with StockX. Most of you guys haven't, but there has been a lot of incidents with sellers and buyers when it comes to StockX and GOAT, so it's still very safe to sell on there. Extremely safe to sell on there, but of course, I'm trying to teach you guys the safest way. The safest way to go out of everything, and that is consignment shops. Now finally, to close out the video, let's talk about the fastest way to sell sneakers. This is what most people are doing nowadays just because they're trying to get the shoes off their hands. A lot of people don't have too much money to play with, so they just get the shoes off their hands and on to the next release. Basically, StockX, GOAT, any middleman service like that, I highly recommend just because they get so much traffic on these sites. You could definitely sell like very quickly on there. First of all, you could take some low balls that are right up there on StockX. They're called bids. And if you really don't want to keep your shoe, if you're really in a pickle and say you need some money for a rainy day, like you got into a car accident, you need surgery, and you need the money like right now, all you have to do is click on a bid, click sell now, you ship the shoe. I made a whole video on how to do this in depth. Feel free to check it out if you haven't. But anyway, that will conclude today's video. I just wanted to teach you guys how you can sell your shoes because I know a lot of you guys were requesting this video. And right now I actually am on vacation. I pre-recorded this video and I will be updating you guys on those Travis Scott Air Force One sales, of course. With that though, feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, if you perhaps learned a thing or two. And of course, subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay updated on every single hyped release in the future. With that though, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Bing bang, ding ding ding, ding 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 ding.